On September 1st, 2025, Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev delivered a stark warning at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. He spoke of the Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland sea, shrinking at an alarming rate. This isn't a distant threat. It's a crisis unfolding now, threatening Kazakhstan's coast and the region's future. The northern Caspian, once a thriving coastline, is turning into barren wasteland as water levels drop. Tokayev called it an environmental catastrophe in the making, urging the world to act before it's too late. The Caspian is vital for millions. It supports cities, industries, and unique ecosystems. As the sea recedes, ports are stranded, fishing grounds vanish, and infrastructure becomes obsolete. The fishing industry faces collapse, and rising salinity threatens marine life. Tokayev's warning is a call to recognize the foundational environmental crisis that could undermine the entire region. The Aral Sea disaster looms as a chilling precedent, a reminder of what happens when warnings go unheeded. Tokayev signaled Kazakhstan's determination not to repeat that tragedy. His speech was more than a warning. It was a plea for urgent collective action. The fate of the Caspian, he argued, is a test for the international community. Will the world respond, or watch another great sea vanish? The answer, Tokayev insisted, must come now. The Caspian's decline triggers a devastating ecological chain reaction. Sturgeon, the source of prized black caviar, are losing their spawning grounds as shallow waters dry up. Rising salinity and shrinking habitats push these ancient fish to the brink. The Caspian seal, the sea's only marine mammal, faces reproductive collapse as winter ice disappears. Migratory birds lose vital wetlands, unraveling a unique ecosystem built over millennia. The human toll is just as severe. Fishing communities see their livelihoods vanish, boats stranded on mudflats. Economic impacts ripple through tourism, shipping, and offshore oil and gas. Toxic dust from the exposed seabed brings new health risks to local populations. The Aral Sea's collapse is a haunting warning. Once the world's fourth largest lake, now a toxic wasteland. The Caspian is even larger, and its loss would be catastrophic on a global scale. Regional leaders know they're on the brink of repeating history. The time to act is running out. The world cannot afford another Aral Sea. President Tokayev didn't just sound the alarm. He offered a solution. He proposed a water analysis center in Astana, under the SCO, to unite regional expertise and data. This center would create a unified model of the Caspian's water system, tracking river inflows, evaporation, and climate impacts. For the first time, all littoral states would share the same facts, enabling coordinated action. Tokayev urged the SCO to make the Caspian's fate a core issue, elevating it to a matter of regional security. The center would foster scientific cooperation among Kazakhstan, Russia, Iran, Azerbaijan, and Turkmenistan. Only through shared stewardship, he argued, can the Caspian be saved. The proposal marks a shift from fragmented efforts to collective responsibility. Building on his proposal, Tokayev announced a major regional environmental summit in Astana for April 2026, in partnership with the United Nations. The summit aims to move from analysis to action, forging a binding agreement on water management, especially for the Volga, the Caspian's main lifeline. Heads of state, scientists, and international organizations will gather to negotiate tough compromises and secure funding for urgent projects. The summit's goal: real commitments to save the sea, not just more talk. Financing will be key, with international bodies helping to fund water efficiency, irrigation upgrades, and possibly large-scale engineering solutions. The Astana summit sets a deadline for action and a beacon of hope for the region. It signals that the era of delay is over. The world will be watching to see if the Caspian's nations can unite for their shared future. The fate of the sea may be decided in Astana. The Caspian crisis is not just a regional issue, it's a global warning. The basin is a key energy hub. Instability here could disrupt international markets. The shrinking sea is a visible sign of climate change, a warning for other vulnerable water bodies worldwide. The Caspian's plight highlights universal challenges: transboundary water management, balancing development and environment, and the urgent need for cooperation. Solutions forged here could become a blueprint for the world. The test is clear. Can nations look beyond short-term interests to protect a shared natural heritage? The window to act is closing. For the Caspian and the planet, Failure is not an option.